I'm joined by the producer of Melodifestivalen and also of Eurovision 2013,
Yeah.
2016,
Yeah.
and just announced you'll be helping the production of Eurovision 2017.
Yes.
Björkman. Are you feeling a bit stressed right now with all the work that's ahead of you?
Well, you know what? Not really, because nothing compares to the stress we felt in 2013. The first time you do it, the anxiety that you feel almost for 1 year is quite heavy to cope with. But then you do it again, and in 16 there was no anxiety. It was just joy, and you're stressed because it's a lot of work in a short period of time. But you also know that once it's done, and you can relax. So no, I'm not stressed out really. We're in full control with Melodifestivalen, and I also have a very set way of doing the Eurovision when it comes to the 43 entries. We have a procedure that is set. We await the head of delegation when we will get all the information that we need from the countries, and that's when we actually start realizing their vision, and we try to make it as close as possible that we can. No, I'm just happy, and I'm thrilled, and I'm proud, of course, that they asked me. So, it's going to be fun.
Yeah, well, speaking of, they asked you, so it wasn't like you kind of threw in the hat and said, hey guys, I know there's a bit of not so good news coming out so far. They came to you and said, hey, can you help us?
Yes, it actually both ways, because I did have a meeting with them early on in the process, like last summer, where we said that, if you're interested, yes, we can probably help you out if you let us know. And then it was, we didn't hear anything for a long time. And then they called me actually right before Christmas, and asked me to come over and said, would you be interested in helping us with the contest? And I was like, yeah, sure, call me when you're ready.
So you basically knew from around Christmas time that you were going to be part of the Eurovision?
I knew that I was thought of, that I was one of the candidates. I didn't know how many they were or anything, but then eventually they came around and said, yes, we would like you to come.
And when was that? Recently, or was it just before Melodifestivalen started this year?
Well, actually, you can't really count it till it was actually decided, so it was very, very in recent times.
Okay, excellent. Now, a lot of contestants have pressure, especially if they're coming back to the contest, but you've done such a great job with the contest when it was in Sweden. Do you feel a lot of pressures on you because the fans are going to be really thinking now that you're involved, this is going to be another great Swedish standard Eurovision contest?
This is going to be an interesting one, because it is not Swedish, it is not German, it is not Danish or Austrian. It's a very pan-European production. It's a mixture of the people who have done it the last 5 years together with the Ukrainians. So I would say it's going to be a fantastic and challenging month or two ahead of us. And I think it's going to be fun, because I think we will give each other different experiences, and we will use whatever know-how we have in these last 5 years, and we will use it, and we will use it to benefit the Ukrainian version. Not worried at all. I think it's going to be a great show, and of course Stuart Barlow is someone who we know very well from the Eurovision as well, and he's in charge of the show, so no problems there. Should be good.
And you've definitely had a lot of changes to Eurovision when Sweden's hosted, for example, standing in the front, last year with the voting, how that's announced. Is there any other plans to introduce maybe something new at this year's contest?
I wouldn't know, actually, since I just started, and I'm also very focused on the competition and the 43 entries. So whether the show side of the event have changes in mind, I wouldn't know.
Right.
We'll see.
And any chance for a big international name this year, like you had last year with Justin Timberlake?
Again, have to ask them. It's their responsibility and opportunity.
And you're just there to help and support anyway?
Well, I'm there for the countries. I'm there for the delegations, and it's also a thing that we noticed in 2013 actually, that to have one producer for the entire thing is too heavy, because you do focus so much on the content bit, which is that's the pride and the Well, it's actually the pride of the host broadcaster. That's that bit, and it really eats all your energy and your time. And you really need to give the 43 entries all the attention you can. So you actually need 2 producers to actually fulfill the job.
And final question, you said recently that 2021 could be your final year working with Melodifestivalen.
Yep.
And of course, you definitely want that 7th win for Sweden to tie Ireland.
Yes.
But after 2021, do you have maybe some sights set on working more with the Eurovision Song Contest?
Well, actually, I would like to help other countries to build their trademarks, and when it comes to selection shows, for example. And I would love to continue to work with host broadcasters wherever they are. So we'll just see. I would probably do something connected to this competition because it's been and it will always be the love of my life. So we'll see.
Yeah, well, that's Björkman. Once again, a lot of not so nice news coming out of Ukraine until this past week. We're excited to have you back at the song contest and the producer role. And good luck with the rest of Melodifestivalen.
Thank you.
Thank you.